Welcome to Creativity Cooks. Today we are making Giant Panda Cookie Cakes. To make this recipe, you will need the following ingredients: 1 egg, 1 teaspoon of vanilla extract, 1 cup of butter melted, 1 teaspoon of baking powder, 1 teaspoon of salt, 3/4 cups of brown sugar, 3/4 cups of white sugar, 2½ cups of flour, and 1/4 cup of chocolate chips. To make the fondant for this recipe, you will need 2 cups of marshmallows, 2 cups of powdered sugar, 1/4 cup of shortening, 1/2 teaspoon of black food coloring, and 1 tablespoon of water. Step 1. Preheat your oven to 350 degrees Fahrenheit. Before you begin mixing your ingredients, we need to melt our butter. Use a microwave-safe bowl or dish and melt your butter in the microwave for about 30 seconds. Be careful when you're taking it out of the microwave because the butter and the bowl will be hot. In a medium bowl, let's start mixing our ingredients. We need to add 1 egg and 1 teaspoon of vanilla extract. Once you've added them to the bowl, start mixing and mix them very well together. Now, let's add the melted butter to the egg and vanilla extract and continue to mix very well. Continue by adding your salt, your baking soda, your white sugar, and brown sugar to this mix and continue mixing. You're going to notice that after you add the sugar, the mixture is going to become a little harder to mix, but keep on mixing it very well to keep this mix as smooth as possible. Add 2½ cups of flour to your mixture as well as your 1/4 cup of chocolate chips. You want to continue mixing and you want to mix this very, very well. You're going to notice that your mixture is going to become a little bit harder to mix at this point, but not to worry, this is how it's supposed to be. Just keep on using your mixing spoon and mix and blend everything in the bowl. As you can see, I'm using my spoon to kind of scrape off the flour that's getting stuck to the sides of the bowl. You need all of this mixture in your cookie dough mix and you don't want to lose any of it, so just keep on mixing. Select the pan that you're going to use to bake your cookie dough and spray it with some baking spray or some butter or margarine. I usually spray my baking spray in there quite thick, so I get a paper towel and just wipe it around. I use it to get the corners and the sides. I want to make sure that this entire pan has baking spray on it so that nothing gets stuck to it when I remove it from the oven. Once you have your pan basted, let's start adding your cookie dough to the pan. You will notice that it's very, very thick, so carefully scoop it out of the mixing bowl and into your pan, and don't worry about smoothing it out until it's all in there. Use your spoon to smooth out the cookie dough in the pan and let the pan sit for about 10 minutes so all of the dough settles in the pan comfortably before you put it in the oven. Once your dough is smooth and settled, bake in the oven for about 25 to 30 minutes or until it's baked. Once your time is up, use a toothpick or a bamboo skewer or a fork to poke it inside the dough to see if it's cooked. If that skewer or toothpick is wet, then it will need to go back in the oven. If it's ready, you can remove the cookie cake from the oven and let it sit in a cool place to cool down for about 30 minutes. While your cookie cake is cooling, let's start making the fondant. In a medium bowl, melt 2 cups of marshmallows in the microwave for about 30 to 60 seconds. Remember, you can add some butter or some shortening to the marshmallows and it will help make it not sticky. Once you remove the marshmallows from the microwave, add 1 tablespoon of water. If you didn't add shortening before, you can also add 2 tablespoons of shortening right now and it will help make it not too sticky. Add 2 cups of powdered sugar to your fondant mixture. Sometimes kids mix up flour and powdered sugar thinking they're the same thing. Do not add flour to this. This is powdered sugar, not flour. And here's another tip as well. When you're adding your powdered sugar, don't add it all at the same time. Add about a cup and then mix, and then add in another cup and continue mixing. If you have powdered sugar stuck to the side of your bowl, just do what I'm doing and continue mixing it, but scrape off the powdered sugar off the sides of the bowl to add it back into your fondant. By the time you add your second cup of powdered sugar to this mixture, you're going to notice that your fondant is going to become really, really thick and difficult to mix. Don't worry, that's the way it is. Just keep on mixing and keep on scraping off the powdered sugar from the sides of the bowl as you go along. Now it's time to get your hands in this action. If you find that your fondant is too sticky and it's sticking to your hands, add 1 tablespoon of shortening to your hands and work it into the fondant mix. Break off a piece of the fondant and set it aside. You will be using this for the eyes and ears of your panda. We will need to prepare a clean and flat workspace for us to work with your fondant. You should still have some powdered sugar left in your bowl that you were using to make the fondant. Scrape out some small remnants of it and spread it across a working space on your counter or on a cutting board like I'm doing right here. Now take your fondant out of the bowl and put it on this flat workspace. We are going to need to flatten it out and roll it out. You can use a rolling pin, you can use your hands, but we need to flatten this out so we can use it for the top of your cookie cake and turn it into a giant panda. Once your cookie cake is cooled down, we are going to use that white fondant and we're going to spread it on top of your cookie cake. You can use your fingers to kind of roll it into the side areas that you're missing and just fill up the entire top of that circle with the white fondant. Do you remember that small piece that we set aside earlier on? Well, now we are going to add some black food coloring to that small piece of fondant and we're going to mix it up and work it in together. I'm using gloves just so I don't get my hands so dirty, but food coloring washes off really easy. You can use some baking soda on your hands and it helps to wash it off, or you can wear gloves and it prevents your hands from being different colors. Once I have the food coloring worked in, if you find that it's too sticky, again, you should still have some small remnants of powdered sugar left in your bowl. You can use it to help with your fondant and it makes it not so sticky. You want to roll a small piece of the black fondant into a circle or a triangle or square or oval, whatever you want, because this is what is going to make the eyes of your panda. And it is your panda bear. You can make it however you want. Once you roll this black food coloring, you are going to just place it on top of your panda cookie cake like I'm doing here. You will continue to do the same for the eyes and for the nose and for the ears for your panda cookie cake. If you want to add some eyeballs to your giant panda cookie cake, you can also remove a tiny pinch from the face of the panda and roll it into a small ball and give yourself some eyeballs. But yeah, this is it. This is our giant panda cookie cake. This is a really tasty recipe, so we really hope that you guys enjoy it. Thanks again for cooking with us, and we will see you next week.